Okay, so I just have a couple other little things, nothing major, Okay, so The Voice, I don't know if anyone's watching The Voice, but I really like it, primarily because there's no bad people. Like, that's one of the main reasons I stopped watching American Idol in, like, season 4, because I hate watching bad auditions. Like, that's not entertaining to me, and I don't appreciate how people, like, let bad people through instead of good people just so, like, America can make fun of them, because I think that's cruel. And I don't like it. But so, on The Voice, everyone was good. Was at least, like, good. Like, at least. Solid, like, good, at least. Or they were, like, fantabulous. But so, that's one of the main reasons I like it. But, so we've done all, like, the blind auditions and the battle rounds. And now they're starting the live shows, which I think start this week. So if you are interested, you should start watching it this week, because that's perfect time, because then it's like the top 16 or whatever, and they're doing their like little live stuff. But the last battle round, atrocious. Like two of them were bad. One was like pretty good, and one was, like, really good. But so, one was honestly painful to listen to. Like, Blake's team, his two, like, young girls were terrible. Like, it was really, really bad. But generally, like, I think Blake and Adam have the strongest teams overall, because they all, like, all 4 people have, like, a team. And Blake and Adam definitely have the strongest teams. Because, and two, Adam was so picky during the blind auditions that he only got really, really good people, and, like, people he really wanted to work with. So I think that helped, because he, like, got... he's really, like, focused on these people. So, he has an amazing team. And then Blake has Dia from Megan Dia, which is... I'm still confused as to why Dia's on here, because I feel like she's already famous. She's had, like, 4 CDs and, like, goes on, like, Warped Tour and stuff. And so, I'm not sure why she's on The Voice, but she's great. So, I'm definitely probably going to vote for her. But so, she boosts Team Blake, in my opinion. And then CeeLo's team is just, like... It's like all, like, the little pretty girls. And, like, somehow he managed to get all the little pretty girls even though they were blind auditions, which kind of astounds me. But also, like, I just don't think CeeLo is a good judge, because he's, like, talking... He, like, doesn't give constructive criticism. Like, everyone else is like, oh, you're really good, but that was rough. Or, like, oh, you were a little pitchy, or your tone wasn't good, or whatever. But CeeLo's like, oh, that was great. Like, and he doesn't give constructive criticism. He's just, like, very positive about it, and, like, that to me is not helpful. Like, yeah, it's great to hear that you're good, but if you weren't good, you wouldn't be there. So, like, it's good to have the constructive criticism so you can get better. So I don't think he works as a judge, because he's not willing to, like... not insult people, but, like, tell them what's wrong. He's not willing to look at their negatives, just their positives. So, yeah, and Christina, her group wasn't really bad. It was just not a good song for either one of her girls, and it was really hard. It was Kelly Clarkson, so it was like, Kelly Clarkson, I've tried. Her songs are really hard to belt. But so, her stuff was really hard, so I just didn't feel like that was fair. But, so I'm ready for the live shows, because... I feel like those are going to be more fun. The battle rounds are kind of weird. I wasn't really a fan of that portion of the program. But, yeah, I really like that. But so, yeah, watch the live shows and we can talk about it. And then I just wanted to talk about a little bit, In Plain Sight. It wasn't on last week, but just generally I wanted to just mention something. I have a spoiler right now. So, if you don't want to know the spoiler, I advise you to skip ahead 20 to 30 seconds. So the spoiler is that the actress who plays Mary on the show is pregnant in real life, and they are incorporating her pregnancy into the show. So Mary's getting knocked up. And I don't know who the father's going to be, and I'm very curious about this because she's not, like, seeing anyone, and obviously everyone, like, wants it to be Marshall, but I feel like that's, like, too much to hope for, because they're not really on a level where they can, like, enter into a relationship. Like, they haven't been, like, extraordinarily, like, flirty or anything, and, like, Marshall has that girlfriend right now, so I just can't see that happening. But, and I don't know, and here's my thing, too. I know that Marshall and Mary are supposed to be, like, the couple that everyone, like, wants to get together, but at the same time, they're not, like, I don't know, sometimes I really just get a platonic feel off of them. Sometimes I just really feel like they love each other, but they're not in love with each other. Like, they're just they're partners, and they're best friends, and they're just close. And I don't always get a romantic vibe from them. It's very rare where I get, like, a romantic, like, sexual attraction kind of thing. So, I can see them hooking up, but I can also see the whole show going without them getting together, because I really sometimes don't think they not, sometimes you love someone, but not, like, in love. So, I don't know about that. And then the previews for the episode that's on Sunday, did we know she had an ex-husband? Because I didn't remember this happening. And I looked on Wikipedia, and they didn't mention anything about an ex-husband, so I feel like we didn't know that. But by the fact that the very virtue that they put it in the preview leads you to believe that it's not a surprise, because why would they ruin the surprise in, like, the previews? I hate when they do that. Like, it's so annoying. Like, if it's, like, the big part of the episode, why would you put in the preview? Like, I know you want to hook people, but, like, really? It ruins it. It ruins it. But so, yeah. So, I guess we'll... Oh, and then, So You Think You Can Dance. I just wanted to say that I'm all caught up now. I was a little behind, but I'm all caught up now, but I think it's hard to judge this early on So You Think You Can Dance because there's so many people going to Vegas and, like, so many people we haven't even really, like, met yet on this, like, on the screen. Like, we've seen clips, but not, like, didn't get their story or anything. So I think it's really hard to judge that right now. But, like, when we get to, like, the top 20, obviously, it'll be way easier. But yeah, so, I mean, there's some talented people, there's some people I probably wouldn't have put to Vegas, but I'm not a dance expert, so I don't really actually know. But yeah, there were some really cool people, so I'm hoping, I don't know, we'll talk about it at some point, okay, yeah, so I'll try to make a video next week, probably, like, Tuesday or probably Wednesday, after I watch, Switched at Birth and Covert Affairs, and then we can talk about those. And so I advise people to watch stuff, so I'm not talking to myself. Okay? Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you all next week.